Hi guys, I'm Richard Beck with Beck's Armory. This is my MR-1 and this is going to be a down and dirty, no edits. I'm just flipping the camera on, I'm rolling, right? So you're going to get the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Anyway, so this is a video you need to watch before you build or run your MR-1, okay? Here's the thing that I have learned. This is going to be a couple tips, some of the things that I found most helpful. First thing that I found the most helpful is right here. Drill a little hole right there, get a blowgun like this, and put that right there in the door. That has been a huge, huge help. I love that. And then also, I put one right here in my toolbox, so I can hang my blowgun anywhere I want. This isn't super necessary, but basically is what that is. I just teed in to the system there with a garden hose, and yeah, that's nice when you want to wash things down and you don't want to blow chips everywhere. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is something I must have overlooked when I built my machine. So I'm going to try to get in here where you can see. All right, see the little green caps? When you install the green caps, do not push them lower than this top surface, okay? So put the cap on there and then use something other than your finger, like a piece of plastic or something that's super flat, and use that to press down. So that way this cap is flush with the top. If that cap is lower than the top surface, chips are gonna sit on top of that cap, and then you're gonna run over it with your bearing, and those chips are now inside your bearing, okay? So the green cap. The top of the cap must be flush with the top of the rail. So I don't remember that being in the video. Maybe it was and I glossed over it, but that's gonna save you your bearings, right? They're gonna last a lot longer. Also, they have a video talking about greasing and all of that, and they tell you to get a grease zerk and install them, grease it, and then take them back out. Here's the thing. That's going to ruin the grease zerk threads. You'll do that like once or twice. Those threads will be shot. Also, when you try to pull your grease gun off the grease zerk, most likely the grease zerk will just rip out of the bearing, and now you're screwed. So don't do that. Because what I would do is what I did. Well, I did all these things the wrong way first. Okay, sorry about the camera here. I'm doing this one-handed. I don't have time to edit this, but this right here is what you need. Okay, this is a flush grease zerk. It's an M6 thread, and it has a little ball. And guess what? If you use these, you don't need to take them out. You put them in, you leave them in, they're in forever. Now, also, when you want to fill those, now I got myself a special grease gun here that only has white lithium grease in it, because I use other grease for other stuff, but this recommended white lithium grease, which is great, I agree. So this type of a tip is what you want for those flush mounted grease zerks. Now, do not get the one with the rubber end. I learned that the hard way. As soon as you pull the trigger, the rubber end blows off. So that doesn't work very well. If you find one of these with a metal tip, also, I don't know if you guys can be able to find all this stuff. I'll put links for everything in the description of this video, okay? But this was a really nice kit I just picked up, and I bought one of these with the rubber tip, and it destroyed itself with one pump. So the metal one that came with this kit is really great. Works amazing. Other than that, you might want to look into a switch here for the front. I made a video on that already, so go to my videos and look for that. You can find it. The only reason I did this is because the switch on the back of the control box broke, and I looked into it, and a lot of people had switches that broke. So that's that. These bearings on the ends. If you're going to do a lot of heavy machining, you might want a couple extras, because you might wear those out. And you'll know because it'll be clicking really loud, like grinding and clicking and making bad noises. Like, let me show you here. I don't know if you can hear that, but you shouldn't be able to hear anything. So now that can happen if you over torque these right here. They have in their instructional video a very, very detailed instructions on how to torque these perfectly. Make sure you watch that part of the video. It's important. Other things, oh yeah. I didn't realize this at first when I started. The whole head here has 2 mounting positions. When you first get it, it's mounted in the low position, which allows you to machine this face. But if you want ultimate rigidity, you have to take this cover off, unbolt stuff, and move it into the upper. There's 2 sets of mounting holes to attach your Z-axis. Make sure you go to the higher position after you've machined your plate. That's going to give you the extra rigidity. Also, you'll notice I cut 3 inches out of the front here, and is what that does. First of all, it allows coolant to hit this, keeping your spindle cool. I have burnt up 1 spindle, but if that happens, just call Langmuir, or just get on the support for Langmuir, let them know, they will hook you up, they'll fix it. Any little thing that has gone bad on my Langmuir MR-1, they have, bam, no questions asked, they stand behind this machine, guys, 100%. So, so if you mess something up, just be honest, say, hey, I think I did this, let them know, they're probably gonna help you, most likely. I'm gonna move the Z here, or not the Z, I'm gonna move the X over so I can show you the modification I did to the coolant. So, when you get this thing here is mounted way down here on these screws. That sucks, okay? Now, there's a little tab that keeps it from rotating when you mount it on here. Just grind that tab off, move it up to this screw, you're gonna love it, okay? And then you've got a whole bunch of extra. You don't need that much. I took about this much of this line lock out of the system and just put it back so it's a little bit shorter. But yeah, this is a game changer because this thing hanging way down here, it's super, super in the way. This shouldn't be down here. So just use the hole. There's already a screw here. Just attach it there. Also, if you don't have the waterproof limit switches from Langmuir Systems, make sure you ask for those if you have an old kit, because they are way, way better. Before I got the waterproof switches, I had all kinds of issues. Since I've had the waterproof switches, I haven't had any issues at all whatsoever. Now, if you want to know which ones you have, right here, you'll see a little boot and a round little button. If it doesn't look like that, you don't have the waterproof switches. So you definitely want the waterproof switches. Also, if you have version 1 of the probe, it doesn't work. So see how my probe has 6 screws down here? If yours has 3, it's probably not going to work. So this is version 2. And if you have version 1, they will sell you an upgrade kit at cost. So it's very, very inexpensive, but it's definitely worth it. If you definitely want version 2 of the probe. Anything else? I highly recommend getting the clamp kit. I'm also just trying out a new fixturing system, so subscribe to the channel if you want to learn about that. It hasn't shown up yet, but I'm going to be getting that in. This is a piece for my CNC lathe that I'm building, so if you're into DIY CNC, which you probably are if you're watching this video, I'm actually building a DIY CNC lathe from scratch. So I think that's everything. Oh, one more thing. Let me turn on the light over here so we can get a little more light, because I want to show you the drain system. So the factory drains. The best mod to do for this is literally this. Don't use them. They suck. And not only do they suck, but they will get chips into your bucket here, or your tote, tub, whatever you want to call it. And once those chips are in there, they plug up your pump. And then your coolant stops flowing. And if you're not by the machine when the coolant stops flowing and you are running hard, you're gonna break an end mill, it's gonna crash, it's not fun. So what I did is I put a shower drain back here, and this has a 2-inch pipe coming out the bottom. You really need that. And is what I have now. So I've got this 2-inch pipe, and it comes down, and then it goes into this little tote. And this catches all the chips. I don't know if you can see all the chips in here, but yeah, all the chips settle, and then I have a hole. Let me go on the other side. I'll quick show you that. So I have a hole in this thing right here. And so the coolant raises up and it overflows out the hole and then goes in here. All the chips stay in here. So you're not getting a whole bunch of chips into your pump, right? I know because that's what happened to me and it was bad and it sucked, and yeah, don't do that. Also, this is the pump and I just teed in. So if you're wondering how I did that garden hose, I just got a tee and just teed into it. So if I want to run the garden hose, I just turn on the coolant and it's good to go. So I think that covers everything. Oh, one more thing. You're gonna want one of these. If you got the touchscreen that comes with it, there's only one extra USB, okay? Well, you're gonna want a USB for the programs that you're putting in here. You're gonna want a USB for the cordless keyboard, which I love this thing. Buy this, it's worth it. And then maybe you'll want another USB. So basically, this is just a USB splitter. I have an entire shopping cart link for all the Amazon stuff that I've bought. I will link that in the description of this video. So, I can't think of anything right now, but I've had this machine around January, February. It was early this year, and I have run thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of parts in this machine, hundreds and hundreds of parts. I think I have I've filled up about 7 large trash cans with aluminum shavings. So I can tell you I've been there, I've done that. I've run this machine super hard. And it's still kicking. And I'm running production parts on this. So if you have any other questions about the Langmuir Systems MR-1, leave them in the comments below. And I will always answer your questions, even if you're a jerk. So thanks a lot, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up to this video. It really helps the algorithm, which helps the channel, which I appreciate. So thanks. I'll see you later.